Welcome back to another episode of After We Wrap.
Ay, Dios mío.
Don't forget, subscribe to us.
Yes.
Give us some love. Maybe give us a shout out. Leave a comment. And also,
5-star rating.
Give us a 5-star rating because, we're so cute. Oh
Is that a thing? 5-star rating?
I don't even know. Give us all the stars. Just give us all the stars. If you can, if you want. Only if you want. But also, before we get started, don't forget that we have an after party. So if you want to join our after party, it's at patreon.com/after we wrap show for all exclusive content, behind the scenes, silly, goofy, crazy, wild, all the things.
All the things
you're going to want to see.
Yeah. You don't want to miss it.
You don't want to miss it.
Oh my gosh.
And give us a follow on social media if you haven't already done so at After We Wrap Show.
And thank you for everyone that's tuned in. I love getting text messages from my friends and my tia being like, mira, te escuché, that's so cute.
Some of my girlfriends also were like, I can't believe you.
I know.
You shouted out my name. Like, why did you have to call me out? But we were also, we were cracking up about it. So I'm going to continue to do that. Okay.
Yes. First name basis. We're going to be like.
Yeah. First and last name. Okay. First
and Instagram info. Jaina, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about some cooking.
Ooh.
Some cooking. We're talking about cooking.
Cooking.
Food.
Yummy.
Yumminess. We're not going to be able to cover everything in this one episode, but there'll always be more to come.
Yes. Do you like to cook?
I love to cook.
Me too.
I actually find it very therapeutic. It's like healing. Like I look forward to cooking. I also like to make sure everything's got to be, the countertops have to be cleared and the dishes have to be put away.
Yep. I'm staring at my husband right now.
You can't cook with a dirty kitchen.
No.
Everything's got to be
My
organized.
my uncle from Tampa, he was like always cleaning. Cleaning. He's like, I can't.
Clean as you go.
Yeah.
That's the trick.
Yeah.
But
I'm the opposite. I get stressed.
Really?
There was a not anymore now, but I had a period where like I would have this pressure right here on my right shoulder, just from, I don't know if it was stress, nerves, like, is it okay? Am I doing this right?
Maybe the way you're standing or something?
Maybe the way I was standing.
Posture?
And then I told my mom and she just was like, ay, bendito, just relax. There's nothing stressful about cooking, like it's an art. And so I think when I told her that, it like calmed me down. But
good.
It was so weird.
Are you the type that likes to cook with music on and maybe like
a
glass of something? Yeah. That's always fun. I like cooking with someone.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the best.
Although I do have to admit the control freak in me comes out. And I'm like, oh, you're chopping? Like that's the way you're going to chop? Okay. All right. I mean, you sure you don't want to put it in this bowl maybe? Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I know.
I'd be like, ¿qué tú quieres? How you want me to do it? Okay, I'll do it how you want me to do it.
No. But no, I do. I love food. I love eating. I love discovering all different. I'm adventurous.
Yes.
First, and then there's a limit. Like I can't do uni.
Do what?
Uni.
Uni? ¿Qué es eso?
Uni is like sea urchin, I believe. It just tastes like the ocean. I can't do uni. I can't do mussels.
No.
Mussels.
I don't think I've ever had mussels. No.
And people love it. What else can't I do? Certain seafoods I'm not too adventurous with, but I eat mostly everything. And I know, okay, this may be a little sensitive topic for some people.
Yes.
But I do consider my relationship with food to be healthy. Like I love to eat. I love to cook. I also love to watch people eat, which I think is a crazy fetish of mine. That it's weird. It's weird. I don't get turned on, but it fills me with so much satisfaction.
Like on TV or like in person?
In person. I'll just if someone's eating in front of me and they're enjoying their meal, I'll just stare at them. My best friend growing up, Jalissa, she would always be like, "You're staring at me. Stop staring at me." And I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." So and then I'd go back to staring at her. It's a problem. But it's also, I don't know. I guess because in my family, look, our love language is food. We love to cook food. We love to provide food for people.
Yes.
We love to watch people eat. And so my mom was the same way. I also love watching kids eat. I love seeing a kid eat. It's adorable. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, because they look so happy.
Yeah.
And they look like they're just nourishing their bodies. But I will stare down an adult in a
so
certain
funny.
way.
I've never
and just
noticed
like,
that. I'll pay attention next time.
I love it. I love it. If you see me stare at you while you eat, you know that it's just I'm enjoying you enjoying the food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I don't stare at people when they eat, but I do love discovering like new flavors, especially from different cultures. Just like what's their specialty, what's seasoning
What's
or
their food
seasoning.
palette,
Yeah,
yeah.
what's the food palette? I didn't always have a good relationship with food. I think growing up, I had a lot of like fast food. It was a bad habit of mine. And I always made my mom so mad. Poor mommy. Like after school, I'd come home. She'd pick me up late.
Oh.
Late. You know, I'd be the last one
Came for you,
being picked
mommy.
up. I'm staring at you, mom. I love you, mom. But you know, we would come home and she would make me like chicken nuggets, you know, like healthy. She was always very healthy, you know. She was ballerina.
She would home make chicken
Yeah.
nuggets?
Yeah. No. She'd buy them
fresh?
frozen. She'd
Okay.
buy them frozen. And but she would, you know, make a salad. She was never the typical Puerto Rican like mother, you know, cooking arroz con habichuela, none of that. So she had like some healthy chicken nuggets with a little bit of ensalada, and I'd be like, no, papi already took me to McDonald's, you know. So it was just like frustrated because she's cooking and she's trying to, you know, give me a healthy lifestyle, and I was just like, nah, I want McDonald's. And so I developed a really bad like relationship with food.
My gosh,
or, you know,
I was
healthy
the
habits,
opposite. So my grandmother would cook for me all of the traditional Puerto Rican food.
Yeah.
So I grew up with arroz con, I mean everything. But obviously, when I was a baby, she would make softer foods, right? Like homemade
Sure,
mashed
yeah.
potatoes and you know, shredded chicken or whatever. And I grew up to just loving like home cooked meals. And my mom was already at that stage in her life where she wanted to have some fun. And so she would take me to McDonald's and I would be like, Mommy, I don't want to go to McDonald's. I want Apum's food, my grandmother. And she would order a Happy Meal and eat it herself. Like she would order a Happy Meal for me, but she would be the one eating it. It was adorable. But that's how I came up with the name for my grandmother, Apum, because apparently I was such a fat, juicy baby that after a spoonful, I couldn't wait for the next the next bite. So I would go, Apum, 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 Apum. So one day the story was one day she just came home and she goes, Apum. And she loved cooking for me, and she loved, you know, she loved watching me eat her food.
Oh, baby Jaina, baby
I know.
Jessica.
I know.
Watching a baby
But
eat,
I was very
cute.
involved. I'm sure you were too, right? In the kitchen growing up?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, that was an assumption.
My abuelo would kick us out. So my grandfather was the chef. He was a chef in the family. He would always make this big, you know, arroz con gandules pot whenever we would come over. And he had his little like chicken barn too, where he would literally take the chickens and, you know, so we had a lot of free eggs too. But yeah, and so like no, we weren't allowed.
Wow.
No one was allowed inside. Sálganse. He would be like, vete a jugar.
Wow.
Yeah. So I never cooked till college.
What?
I never got in the kitchen till I was in college.
Wow. See, I have some baby pictures of me in the kitchen on the step stool, that little ladder, just to reach the countertop. And I was learning how to make chicken cutlets, which I have to say, to this day, I have to make you some chicken cutlets because
you're gonna cook for me?
My chicken fingers are pretty good. They're
I love chicken fingers.
Yeah, it's a classic. But I learned how to cook. I mean, mainly, yes, from a young age. I was always interested. And I think a lot of the recipes are it's a combination of both of my grandmothers, my mom, and a little bit of my own stuff thrown in there too. You know, because what you like, the flavors you're used to.
You have like your own taste. It's like, this is what I like.
Right. And there's nothing that I love. I love a good sofrito. Do you know how to make sofrito? Of course.
I don't know how to make I mean, I've never made it, but I've had my tia in front of, and I'm helping her. And I'm like, okay, I'm cutting it. But if I have to go to the groceries right now and buy the ingredient, no. Oh. I know that we need the peppers. There's like recao. Recao is the one thing that you can't find in the States.
Yes.
Also
so that the ajíes, the peppers. By the way, sofrito is the traditional sort of salsa base.
Yeah. It's like our flavor.
Yeah. It's basically a mixture of garlic, red onions, green and red peppers, cilantro, recao, ajíes. And you blend it up. Yeah. And you can use that for stews, soups, beans.
For everything.
For pretty much everything. It's
amazing. Everything. And my grandfather made his own sofrito. So we have our own secret family recipe.
I love that.
However, my grandfather gave it to the neighbor, so now it's not family.
It's okay. Anymore. It's spread around.
It's okay. Yeah.
I love that.
I have a little bit on my freezer. So yeah.
How old were you when you first cooked for yourself?
So funny. I was in college in my first apartment after I got out of the dorms, and I was with my roommate. Shout out to my tata. We all have a tata in our lives. And she was the first one that showed me how to freaking cook chicken. Just like the simple.
How?
So she was like, because we were roomies, and I was like, Tata, I'm gonna make some chicken and rice. I don't know. And she's like, okay. And she's seeing me, and I'm like with the salt, and I'm just like with the pepper. She's like, ¿Qué tú haces? And I was like, what? I don't know. I'm just gonna put. She's like, we need some adobo, we need some sazon, we need some onions. And so when we went to the groceries, and I was like, oh shit, damn, there's a lot that I missed out. So she was the one that kind of like put me in that path of like.
And how
cooking.
did you prepare the chicken?
It's just with onions and then un poquito de adobo, olive oil, and then you just put it in the.
Did you stir fry it? Yeah. Bake it?
Not fry it on the pan.
Okay, like pan fried it.
Yeah,
okay.
Pan fried it. Yeah, and there's a word in Spanish.
So
now
you just
I can't.
Grilled it.
Yeah, kind of like grilled it.
Ooh.
Now I can't. There's a word of it in Spanish, and now I can't even think of plancha. Pollo a la plancha.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. You know what? The Instant Pot is the thing that. So, I learned how to make arroz con gandules the traditional way.
Yeah,
but my stepmom taught me how to make it in the Instant Pot.
Oh,
could you imagine throwing all those ingredients and then just leaving?
What?
And that's it. Incredible, amazing.
Unacceptable. I
feel
like my grandfather's like, mira nena, que eso?
They'll be like, ¿qué? Un Instapot? But let me tell you, if they knew the conveniency of how efficient, how quickly you can just make a pot of rice and beans.
Wow.
You never go back.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like I would be like,
how about let me have you taste it? You'll never know the difference.
Yeah. Don't tell me. If you make it in it, don't tell me.
I did it the traditional way. You'll never know.
But the first time I made arroz con gandules was actually, you want mira que barbaridad. It was pandemic, Christmas 2020.
Wow. That's recent.
And I called my titi. Okay, titi. Sorry to do this again. Because she was on the phone with me while I was making arroz con gandules, but I didn't write down the recipe. And this time she was like, escríbelo. So I wrote it down and I made it by myself, step by step. And I was so fucking proud. Shane loved it. My mom was so proud. Like, I was like,
nice.
Heck yeah. It feels so good. I was like, it feels
good
because I was like, I hope I'm making you proud, abuelo. You're just like trying to, keep your traditions alive.
That's sweet.
Okay, time out real quick. Is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Regardless if you have clinical mental health issues like depression or anxiety, or you're just a human living in this crazy world and you're going through a hard time, therapy can give you the tools that you need to approach your life in a very different way. And that's why I'm very excited to tell you about today's sponsor, BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy affordable, and accessible. And this is a very important mission because finding a therapist can be really hard, especially if you're limited to your options in your area. BetterHelp is a platform that makes it easier to find a therapist because it's online, it's remote, and by filling out a few questions, BetterHelp will match you with a professional therapist in just as little as a few days. It is so easy to sign up and match with a professional therapist. There's a link in the description of this episode. It's betterhelp.com/afterwewrap. Clicking that link helps support After We Wrap. And you also get 10% off on your first month with BetterHelp. So you can connect with your therapist and see if it helps you. Finding a therapist is a little bit like dating. So if you don't fit with that therapist, which is a common thing in therapy, you can easily switch to a therapist for free without stressing about insurance, who's in your network, or anything like that. I personally started using BetterHelp during the pandemic because, to say the least, like many, I needed someone to talk to. And I had never talked to a therapist before, and I'm so happy I did because I realized how much I needed it. So I really, really look forward to that weekly meeting. If you are struggling, please consider online therapy with BetterHelp. Click the link in the description or visit the website betterhelp.com/afterwewrap. Thank you again, BetterHelp, for supporting this podcast.
So what's your favorite? What would you be your favorite? I mean, there's so many favorites. Okay, so let's break it down specifically.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Puerto Rican dish?
Mofongo.
Really?
Mofongo y arroz con habichuela. Rojas.
Wow.
Red beans, yeah. That's it. Give me a mofongo with chicken or carne or, a steak, whatever. But un mofonguito con arroz con habichuela, tostones. I love me some tostones. Those are like my top three. Arroz con habichuela, tostones, and mofongo. Mofongo pollo. Un trifongo, actually. Trifongo is like...
that sounds amazing.
Top three. Yeah.
What would be your favorite non-Puerto Rican
Italian
dish? Italian?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like Italian or sushi, but it's pasta.
I know. Pasta, pizza.
God bless the Italians.
I know.
But living in Italy, I will say, living in Italy gave me the opportunity to learn, different culture, the cuisine.
Did you realize how good it was when you were a teenager in Italy?
Yes. And that's when my palate changed. When we moved to Italy, when my mom and I moved, there was no McDonald's. I mean, there were, but not in the area I lived. So it was like obligatory.
Wow.
Never again did I have, and until this day, I haven't stepped foot in a McDonald's. And
I like how you say it. McDonald's.
McDonald's.
No, there wasn't any McDonald's.
McDonald's. But Italian food is so. I think we talked about it in another episode. It was just so beautiful. And cooking and making the ravioli and making homemade pasta, all that stuff. I love that. I want to buy pasta.
Me too. We should do I've been saying this with my girlfriends. Oh, we have to do like an Italian like pasta making night and just have a bunch of Italian food and wine. Oh, yeah. That would be my second favorite. My first. I mean, I love Puerto Rican food.
Yeah.
But if you were to tell me, what would be the? I don't know.
Hold on. So top three Puerto Rican food.
Oh, it's so hard because I love a classic white rice.
Yeah.
Con habichuelas rojas. Or kidney beans. I'll be loving them kidney beans.
Yeah.
And I do love either chicken cutlets and a nice salad, which is basically just.
That's not.
No. But I'm saying it has to be with it. It has to be with it. Look, you're talking about iceberg lettuce with like one tomato and maybe avocado if it's available. But like it never was available. I would say bacalao.
Okay.
Ensalada de bacalao is incredible the way my grandmother makes it with the guineo and the eggs. Ooh.
You're making me want to go back to the island.
Yes.
Like I have to go back.
And I would say I love pasteles, alcapurrias. I love it all.
It's.
I would say that those are
good. Okay.
And mofongo.
And during Christmas, obviously pasteles is big during Christmas time. And then did you guys do pernil?
Arroz con gandules. I mean, yeah.
The crunchy.
And then empanadas sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can say empanadas or you can say
el ¿cómo se llama? Ay, Dios mío. Why am I blanking now?
Blank.
It's
Blank.
not. You have the
Oh my gosh. Why are we blanking?
the brown thing.
No, it's the same thing. It's two different words.
La
but for the same
empanada, la
things.
empanadilla.
Empanadilla, right?
Sí, yeah. And then, ¿cuál es el otro? What's the other one? Se me olvidó. You had
Relleno de papa. Surullitos.
sorullito. Oh my God. Surullitos de
surullitos.
maíz. Oh, that's so good.
So good. So good. Ooh, pana.
Have you ever had tostones de pana?
My grandfather on to the
my grandfather had a tree. He had a tree and we would like cut them off. Tostones de pana.
Dude, tostones de pana. Pana is breadfruit.
Yes.
It is so delicious.
So good.
When I went to Puerto Rico, so you got married in Puerto Rico, and I was also there on a girls' trip, a milestone birthday trip, and I didn't eat not one vegetable. We were do you imagine what it takes to crave vegetables? I mean, I do personally love vegetables. Like, I'm a vegetable person.
Yeah.
Some people just don't naturally like vegetables. I love vegetables, especially sauteed, yummy, seasoned vegetables. Oh, I could just eat a bowl of vegetables.
Same.
Cooked the right way and seasoned the right way. But imagine eating fritura, fried food, and not one vegetable. You start to function differently.
Yeah.
The poops aren't the same. I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
But I do love, obviously, I don't think there's any other food that you can fry twice except for a totone. Right?
God,
I mean,
so you don't fry it twice. Yeah. And if you don't fry it the right way,
forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it.
It's gone. Done.
So for sure, there is a huge appreciation for our culture, our food. And if there was one last meal that you could have, what would it be? I know it's hard.
I'm just going to go with the mofongo.
Really?
Yeah. Mofongo and rice and beans, yeah. Mofongo de pollo, yeah.
I would say Mexican food.
Oh, but you mean any food?
Oh, any food.
It's either pasta or mofongo.
Dang, mofongo's up there on the list.
Yeah, I would probably say mofongo just to be like, all right, well, it's my last meal. That's it. Yeah. Let me just finish it with my culture.
I know, right? I'm a sucker for tacos and the salsa, guacamole.
And guacamole. I didn't like avocado as a kid. But
really?
Now I
well, there are like a bunch of different avocados.
Yeah.
I didn't
oh my gosh.
this.
In Puerto Rico, it's like this.
They're
big.
the watery giant avocados.
Yeah, but then the ones that come from aquí in Mexico, they're the little ones.
Yeah.
And I know the first time I was like, hey,
what is this? Yeah. It's bizarre.
Yeah. Do you save your leftovers?
If someone dares throw If I
I'm
find out that you threw away produce or food that could have been eaten the next day, I don't care if it's a bite. I don't care if it's this small that fits in a tiny, tiny little Tupperware. I'm going to save it.
I know.
I mean, we grew up with God forbid you wasted anything.
Yeah.
I would be in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Same.
I forget it, especially my grandmother. The same grocery bags you buy your groceries in, you're going to use that bag for the trash. You're gonna those vegetables and that food is going to last you.
Anytime I see, working with kids, I've noticed that kids, obviously they're young, they don't know. But when they're having their little meriendita, how do you say it in English? Snacks. And they don't like it. Or they only had one bite. They toss it. Yeah, and I've seen it.
We were forced to eat food even though we didn't like it. But also there was nothing else. Yeah. So it was like you either eat that or you eat nothing at all.
Vas a comer nada. Yeah.
I like that. Say it in Spanish.
No vas a comer nada. Muérete de hambre.
Yeah. You better fucking die of hunger, girl, because you ain't getting anything else.
But I was like, never in my life have I tossed food, and I'm seeing children tossing like literally bags of chips, like, yo, you could have saved that, could have given it to, somebody. I'm like,
give it to someone.
It's just such a bad habit. So yeah,
I realized growing up, I ate great in terms of home cooked meals, but I ate so much junk food growing up as a young kid and a teenager.
Like what kind of junk food?
Lunchables.
Oh, but
Mac and cheese from the box. Like Lunchables, dude. Fucking pizza balls, Lunchables. That was my jam. Every fucking day. Every day.
Yeah.
You come home, either a bowl of cereal or mac and cheese from the box. I mean, I cramped up from so much lactose pain. Like,
yeah.
I didn't realize how bad my stomach couldn't take. Like, I would go to school every day with cramps and having to take the biggest crap because I didn't realize that I can't handle milk. I was drinking whole milk my entire life.
And we had no idea.
And I didn't know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's the cereal. It's probably too heavy or something. I didn't know that.
It was
like
the
my body
dairy.
was like, no, this dairy, it doesn't work for you. Also, all that processed shit I was eating. I'm talking about fruit roll-ups, marshmallow.
Yes.
I mean, it's all
throwback.
like comforting.
Yeah.
But looking back, there was not a lot of nutritional value in that. And that was like my everyday thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't mean to shit on any snacks or brands, but like I wasn't using it in moderation. I didn't drink my first green juice until I moved to California, which was at the age of 24. Could you imagine? Never having a green juice.
Yeah. I don't remember when the first time I had a green juice. It was definitely before 20.
The smoothies
after 24.
Yeah. Oh wow. So the
sure.
smoothies that I remember, there was this one like smoothie little bodega in the Bronx, and they were just making these fresh smooth shakes, like smoothie shakes.
Well, I've had those. Yeah.
But let me tell you something. They were like, okay, what do you want? They added, I think maybe some milk. Maybe it was like almond milk. I don't even remember. Maybe it was regular milk. But I do remember they added a bunch of fruit, maybe some spinach. And then I see them add
the sugar.
A spoonful of white sugar.
Oh.
It's like, okay, I guess this is healthy, but I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a lot of that's a lot of sugar.
Sugar. Why are you putting sugar on top of fruit?
It doesn't need sugar.
No. But we grew up with a lot of things being overly sweet. Like, imagine eating, did you used to eat your oatmeal with like condensed milk?
My grandfather, I can't remember if my grandfather used condensed milk, but I know he cooked the oatmeal and then he would blend it and he would put milk. I don't know if he used condensed milk, but
put
just
some sugar
regular
too.
milk. And then definitely a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
Just regular milk though.
Those were the memories.
So, was there a lot of baking in your life?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not a lot of baking.
Same.
We didn't do a lot of baked goods. I'm a salty. I'm a salty, savory.
Yeah.
Again, you show me some fries and some ice cream. I'm gonna
with the fries.
Yeah.
Same.
Salty all day, all day.
What's the one food that you have to at least have once a week?
That's hard.
I know.
I would say I like avocado.
Yeah.
I like avocado with eggs. I like it with yuca. I like it
with yuca.
I like it just by itself. I love it on a salad. I love it in a taco. I mean, I love it on anything.
Same. But I have to have avocado every day.
Yeah, that's what every day is what you said once a week.
Once a week.
Once a week.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
If I have it once a week, I probably have it way more than like 3 times a week.
I probably have to have once a week, at least tacos, some tacos or ravioli.
Oh yeah, pasta. I haven't had pasta in a while.
Girl, I just had pasta the other day. What did I make, babe? I can't remember. I think I made some penne pasta. I made some penne pasta with
that sounds
pesto
so
sauce.
Good. So good.
See.
What was your favorite junk food when you were a kid?
Junk food? I mean, I think it's just the standard Lunchables.
Do you remember the oatmeal pies?
No.
Do you remember the Little Debbie's?
Oh, no, we didn't have those, no.
Dude.
I missed out on that.
Vitamins to me. Pop them every day.
Well, also the little like what were they called? Little like mini apple pies. The apple fritters. Yeah, but there's a.
Oh, I know what you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, McDonald's had some good apple pie.
Yo, McDonald's is
McDonald's.
They had it. Oh yeah, they had an apple pie. They
McDonald's,
have an apple pie too.
I would
That's
always
amazing.
order the apple pie. Yeah. So
Sexiest
what's your
food
sexiest
/meal? Obviously,
Mm.
romantic,
Romantic.
sexiest.
meal?
You know, they say that those. I guess I mentioned it before, like mussels, the things that I
Yeah.
don't like.
Yeah, yeah.
Like they're supposed to be an aphrodisiac.
I thought it was oysters. that are
Aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac.
Oh, it's the same thing.
Aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac.
Well, I like oysters. You don't like?
Aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac. Yeah, they say mussels are an aphrodisiac.
Wait, mussels. Hold on. Is it the one that comes in the? Oh, yum.
Whoa.
Mm.
What you think
That's
about
my
these
husband
mussels?
showing his muscles. No, but hold on, because I remember for my bachelorette, there was the girls and I snails. Escargot. That's what it is. Oh, so good. Oh, so good. We order that every night on the ship.
Really?
It was so good.
Oh my
excuse
God.
me,
fancy.
But it was
So
included.
freaking sophisticated.
No, because this friend one of
I
the
would
girls.
like some escargot, please. Thank you.
Yo, I felt so fancy. No, but
Some
Leah,
champagne, hey.
my friend Leah, she was like, I'm going to have everything. And the waiter's like, everything? And I go, girl, you're ordering everything? She's like, yeah, we're paying for the food. I might as well order everything. And ever since she did that, we all ordered everything. Escargot every night. So for 3 nights in a row, we had escargot.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
It was so yummy.
Well, clearly we can talk about food all day
All
long.
day.
We love talking about food. We love, I'm craving Ethiopian
I know,
food.
now
I've
I
been
wanna-
craving Ethiopian food. Have you had Ethiopian food? I'm going to take you. Let's go. We're going to go.
I need to explore.
Let's do it. We're going to
what's
explore.
out there.
And thank you for exploring with us today.
Yes.
But I think our time is up.
Ah.
We're sad to leave you.
Can we go eat now though? 'Cause
We're
I'm
gonna
starving.
definitely eat.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Are you kidding me? All right, let's do it. We love you. Thank you for
so much for
listening
tuning
and
in.
being our
Yes.
friends.
And I think this we're gonna have to pick this up
Yeah,
again.
we're
maybe
definitely
maybe
picking
we
it up.
can bring in like a professional chef or something
Maybe
like
we
that.
can just like eat something too
while
we
doing
talk
it.
about it.
Or we can be cooking. Yo, at the
You know what?
cooking episode?
We're
A cooking
gonna-
episode? What should we
we're-
cook? Puerto Rican or Italian or what else?
Or
What
anything,
else?
anything.
We're gonna have to make some Puerto Rican. Oh shit, we need some sofrito.
That's gonna have to happen. And any requests, you let us know.
Okay, I'm pumped. I'm pumped.
All right, we love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much
we'll
for
see you in the
tuning in.
next
We'll
episode.
see you next time. Bye bye. Adios, mis
Bye.
amores.